Moshe Grunwald was a scion of the Papa Hasidic movement. He lived most of his life in Brooklyn, New York. He survived Auschwitz, the death marches, and so much more. He was respected by all. He was loved by all that knew him. This week, he passed away. And it was devastating to the family to feel that they couldn't honor such a man the way he should be honored. Imagine having lived such a life, rebuilding your entire life from scratch, having children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and now they could only get together a few dozen people to accompany such a man to his final resting place. And it was so hard to know that this is all that they could do. But they did it. A few dozen people got together and they said the Tehillims that they should. They made Kaddish for him. They said, Kel Maleh Rachamim. And the family came over requesting Mechila from the casket. And they accompanied him to the funeral home. Then the unforgettable happened. One of the caretakers came to the family and said, we're so sorry. We gave you the wrong body. As if a slap in the face. After all of this, after all they had done with so much fear, and now they did all of it for nothing, for the wrong person. They had no choice. Caretaker took the body back, and it took him a while to bring Rav Moshe. And finally, they made Kaddish. They said Kel Maleh Rachamim, and they put him to rest in his final resting place. As quoted by the grandchildren, they were devastated. They were hurt. Why in such times? Why should such a thing happen? How could this occur? But they asked the funeral home, who was it? Who was the first body that was given to them? And that's when they saw the Yad Hashem, the hand of God. They told them that the first body that was brought to them was a met mitzvah. An individual that had passed away in their home for 4 days, and no one even knew it. They had no one. They had no one to say Kaddish for them. They had no one to say Tehillim for them. They had no one to accompany them to their final resting place. And that's when it hit the family. That their grandfather, his entire life, looked to give honor to others, to help others in need. And even in his passing, he was still at its best, giving honors to others. In the darkest of times, when we almost see no hope, we also see a shining light. That's God telling us, I'm running everything. I'm here. I'm taking care of everything. In this total darkness that seems to never end, never forget that I'm always here. It reminds us of the pasuk that says, Yoshev b'shamayim yischak. He who sits in the heavens laughs. Our lives are chaotic, to say the least. But never forget, this is where the chaos is. Up there, everything is according to his master plan. We just have to realize where we belong in God's master plan. Let's not lose our emunah. Let's not lose our faith. And once in a while, Ribono Shel Olam, the Av HaRachaman, the merciful God, reminds us that he never forgets about us. Never.